Hi, it's a Tiny Gamer, and let's play some more Final Fantasy XIV with Silent Ghosts. Alright. It is the All Saints Wake event. So let's go. Into Gridania. Oh, yes, bad. That's cute. Airship, yes. Okay. So, like I did with my playthrough with Tanyabishi, Papa Gruff is in this event. So, if you wish to skip it, feel free to. That's very cool. His name is Chewy. That's adorable. The Aether starved Ari man. The pumpkin-headed apparition is on the lookout for an able adventurer. This quest is available for a limited time only. It's been more than a few moons since we last met, friend. As it so happens, I have a proposition suited to your talents. Are you prepared to throw caution to the wind and consort with fiends most foul again? Of course you are. But before we get to the heart of the matter, let us reflect upon the history of All Saints Wake. On this night, do fell fiends emerge to cavort and careen, unconcerned with the judgment of those on high. For the halls of the saints' heavenly abode ring with merriment as the wine flows freely, and no one can be bothered to look down. Thus did God-fearing folk greet this particular sunset with trepidation, daring not to venture from their homes. No longer. Nay, for adventurers come and drove out the void scent, restoring safety to the city's streets and marking the occasion as one of jubilation. That's all well and good, But what of the poor forsaken fiends? Are they too not deserving of revelry? My wish is to see All Saints' Wake reborn as a celebration for all, be they ghost, ghoul, Gridanian, or otherwise. And how do I propose to accomplish this feat? Binding obligations, friend. I've convinced the more sinister sort to enter into contracts which forbade them from preying on mortals. In exchange, they are prepared to take in the festivities. But there's one troubled soul who seems incapable of getting into the spirit of things. Perhaps if you're willing to give them perhaps you'd be willing to give them a helping hand. Nothing too devilishly difficult, I promise. Before you get started, you'll want to get a grasp of the particulars by speaking with Papa Gruff. He ought to be performing one of his shows by the entrance of the Great Lone Brewery. Now go. I shall be watching your performance with great interest. Actually, I don't know if my body is finally getting sick or the weather change or what, but I can hear that my voice sounds different and I am worn out. So I'm going to, you're going to see a little cut because I'm ending this clip. Gonna get some rest and come back and finish the event with Silent Ghost. So I'll be right back. Alright, let's get back to it. Also, yes, I did figure out a way to make my little model transparent. Talk to Papa Gruff. I should just run out of the way. Although it pains me so, our humble performance must draw to a close. Let us then end things on a high note, ladies and gentlemen. I bid you feast your eyes on the fantastic Phil Cox and his transformation magic. What was that all about? The clowning and whatnot was a right laugh. The last bit was bleeding rubbish. Come on, let's get out of here. Once more, you fail to muster up an ounce of magical prowess. I had the crowd in the palm of my hand. We'd have been the toast of the town if not for your blunder. There you go again, shrieking the same old tune. I've had it up to my eyeball with this farce. Just because you know a few cheap tricks doesn't give you the right to treat me like that. I can't stand the sight of you, let alone the thought of taking to the stage with you again. Good riddance. He's gonna run away! Oh, he's running. Well, fate has conspired for us to cross paths again. Out with it then. I know you're not here to swap pleasantry. Thou fiend failing to get into the spirit of All Saints' Wake, I'd wager you speak of Phil Cox, the fellow who stormed off in a huff. Like most of our ilk, Phil Cox and I have an insatiable appetite for aether, but unlike your garden variety void scent who hunt hapless mortals like beasts, we prefer to sate our hunger with their enthusiastic approval. I tell you, there's no aether as delectable as you'll find in food gifted in genuine appreciation, which set me to thinking, perhaps preying on mortals was an old-fashioned and misguided approach. Thus did I commit to giving folk the sort of frights that dazzle and delight, winning hearts and minds, and in the process, no small number of aether-laden delicacies. And what better occasion for such terrifying amusements as All Saints' Wake? The method of catching too many void scents now seek aether in this manner. Oh, let me read that again. The method is catching too many void scent now seek ether in this manner. Phil Cox is one such reformed individual. When I first laid eyes on him, I sensed promise, but get him in front of a crowd and you're lucky to get a smattering of half-hearted applause, let alone a few measly crumbs. You'd be better off hearing it from that Ahriman's mouth, though. He can't have gotten far. Alright, give me a moment. I was thinking maybe I should figure out a way to make my little model disappear during like cutscenes and stuff, but fine. I'm fine in my little corner over here. The sniveling whelp and the imp, magic this, magic that. The sheer unbridled cheek of it. Phil Cox is practically frothing at the mouth. So incensed is he by his treatment at the hand of Papa Gruff. You must soothe him before attempting to start a conversation. Actually, I think I'm too loud. Let me... Hopefully that helps. Or I could... There. Maybe that helps actually having the mic so much closer. Alright, let's soothe him. There. Apologies, I have taken leave of my senses. Your timely intervention is much appreciated. Wait, by the look at you, I'd say you're an adventurer. Let me guess, that pumpkin-headed lady sent you to check up on me, did she? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you my tale. Try as I might, I just can't get the hang of transformation magics. And without the means to delight the crowds, we're starved for appreciation. I am a Ahriman. Paralyzing prey with this big eye of mine? Not a problem. Turning them to stone with a petrifying glare? A trifling task. Else, I can even smell despair and all manner of negative emotions in the people around me. Obviously, paralysis and petrification won't win over an audience, and my metaphorical nose for despair isn't going to put Aether on the table either. I ought to just tell that pumpkin-headed lady, I'm just not cut out for this business. If you're here on her behest, you'd better come too. Poor Philcox. He's like, I don't like it. And I'm like, okay, well. He got that cat. I gather you had a hand in Philcox's decision to lay bare his thoughts and feelings? Not that it did any good. I'm still stuck at square one. Underappreciated and underfed. Such a curious child. Are you truly so blind to your own potential? He's like, what? No doubt you have an inkling as to what I speak of. Pray, share your wisdom with Philcox. Philcox. I'm going to say stamp out any negativity you sense within the comic book. Speak harshly to him. I suppose I could give that a go. But do you really think that if I rid the people of their woes, they'll repay the favor? I'm unfamiliar with mortal customs. But if you say so... Ah, wait! I see the logic in it now. What better way to make use of my talents and knock that pompous Papa Gruff right off his pedestal? No. I'm getting ahead of myself. I have no idea where to start. Perhaps I can lend a hand with a little sleight of hand. Hold still. Get some new threads. Not only is that getup guaranteed to turn heads, each and every thread is imbued with a potent magic to aid you in your newfound purpose. Oh, I think I can feel it. Maybe this isn't going to be so tough after all. There you are. I had thought to apologize for my harsh words earlier, since our act was my initiative, and therefore our success, or lack thereof, was ultimately my responsibility. But I sense that you've been scheming. It pleases me to inform you, Papa Gruff, that I found a way to win over mortals on my own terms. I find that hard to believe, but since you seem so confident, why don't we have ourselves a contest? I like how part of her getup for him is, let's give him some black tips. Whoever garners the most affection and thereby the largest share of Aether-rich victuals wins, and to the victor go the spoils of subservience. The loser will be bound to obey their every whim. How does that sound? You're on. I hope you're ready to bow and scrape. Oh my god. That mortal epithet about one's bark being worse than one's bite comes to mind. Prepare yourself, Wilcox. I know I've got this marvelous magic outfit, but I'm still not entirely convinced I have what it takes to beat Papa Gruff on my own. Come with me, just until I get the hang of things. That's all I ask. Very well, I shall leave Bill Cox in your capable hands. Hehehe. Alright. Okay. A fiend sated on All Saints' Wake. After a nudge in the right direction, Bill Cox is ready to embark on his mission. This quest is available for a limited time only. How about we try and find a troubled soul in need of aid? But let's get out of here first. Sorry, I have an eye that's watering very badly, so you see my mono acting weird, that's why. I apologize, it's embarrassing. Right, time to look for folk harboring negative feelings. Give me a moment. Wait, I'll take a drink while you have a moment. I don't know if it has anything to do with that pumpkin-headed lady's enchantment, but my powers feel more potent than ever. I've already found someone, and whoever they are, they're awfully flustered. They're to the northeast, I think. Well, I'm not sure where exactly. The roads here can be confusing. Truth be told, this is my first time in the city. I've got a decent sense of direction, but I've yet to grasp the lie of the land. Could I trouble you to lead the way? Our flustered target is northeast of here. I'll be right behind you. Bill Cox is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Bill Cox behind by entering a different area or by speaking with him and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have Bill Cox join you again, return and speak with him at the original location. While you are accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way, which offer additional topics of discussion. Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest companions to initiate these bonus conversations. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. Okay, and it looks like there's only one conversation point. Yep, there's only one conversation point, and it's that one area. So up we go. Okay, then we gotta step in here. Uh-oh. Check to make sure that I'm still recording and everything's still good. discussed the delighted women. Ah, such glee. They mentioned the clown. I'd wager they just had the privilege of seeing one of Papa Groff's performances. Listen, I'll be the first to admit he's an expert illusionist. You've only got to look at folk like these ladies to see that he knows how to work a crowd. But I won't be upstaged. I'll prove there's more than one way to win over an audience. By following your timely advice, that is. Given the delight written on their faces, our opponent must have earned himself some sustenance. Which means we have no time to lose. Onward. Okay. So, let's continue on. Oh gosh, where has she gotten to? Ah, this must be the fellow my senses were leading me to. Can we find out what ails him? You there, what's gotten you so worked up? Oh, forgive me, there was this poor little girl who has been separated from her mother. I was helping her to look, but she suddenly disappeared. I can't simply abandon her. But then again, I have an urgent personal matter to attend to, and I don't know what to do. In that case, why don't I and my associate look for the girl? Then you can see to your affairs without worry. Thank you, thank you. She's a young lass dressed in blue. I hope you're able to find her forthwith. She certainly was appreciative, yet here I am empty-handed. Ah, forget the food. We have a lost child to find. I'm detecting a despairing presence to the east of here. Odds are it's the girl, which means I have needed your navigational knowns once again. After you. Okay. So, down this way. Oh, I have to sneeze. I thought I had to sneeze. Watch me sneeze suddenly. I thought this would be a fine opportunity to accrue some appreciation. But the poor girl is beside herself. She keeps calling out for her mama. Might I enlist your help? This must be the lost lass we've been looking for. If we want to earn her thanks, we'll need to reunite her with her mother, wouldn't you say? Which means we now have a lady to locate. Any suggestions? Oh. Why does that seem so mean? Why don't you try coming up with an idea yourself? I'm trying to encourage you. Let's see. I know, I can't keep relying on you, but just thinking about having to think for myself is making me anxious. Ah, that's it, anxiety. That's how one would feel having misplaced their offspring, right? Then that's the emotion I need to find. Found her. I don't know which is the bigger boon, having you by my side or this fancy finery. I think I've learned my way around the city, more or less. I'll handle this next part on my own. Wait here. I'll be back with the girl's mother in no time. Hey. How many quartz? Papa Grumpus like runs out of the way. Dwell be praised, you're safe. You have my eternal gratitude. Thanks for finding Mama, mister. Do you believe me now, Papa Grub? Sweet, sweet appreciation, and all courtesy of my special talent. I can't help but notice they didn't offer you anything edible by way of thanks. For my part, I've already been rewarded with a tasty morsel. That said, the gift of food is far from guaranteed. Indeed, perseverance is key, which is why I find myself performing show after show. I suggest you approach this contest with the same tenacity, Phil Cox. I'm afraid he's right. Constant effort is key. Luckily, I sensed another troubled soul while I was tracking down the girl's mother. I better see what I can do to help. You know, I think I'm ready to go it alone now. Why don't you let our pumpkin-headed benefactor know? I'll come and find you when I'm done. Well, I'm afraid my next performance calls. Until we meet again, adventurer. Okay. Go back to the amphitheater. The adventurer returns, and at the precise moment I predicted. I do hope keeping Phil Cox company wasn't too taxing. What of our friend and his endeavors? You have my thanks, truly. Ah, speak of the devils, here they come. Dear, oh dear, that turned out to be a damn sight harder than I anticipated. And all I had to show for my travels is a single cookie. To think the first gift I'd received would prove to be the last. Curses! I didn't receive so much as a crumb. I suppose this means you win. Very well. I'm yours to command, Papa Gruff. You admit defeat far too readily, Phil Cox. Hooray, we found you. I wanted to thank you properly for helping me and Mama. I brought you a pumpkin cookie. Simply scrumptious, just like Papa Gruff last year. She's laughing. I'm glad you like it. Very well. That makes it one apiece. A draw then. No, Philcox. While you've had some assistance along the way, you'll nevertheless done yourself proud. To think I'd live to see the day Papa Gruff sings my praises. Awfully kind of you to finally admit that I might have worth. Is that all you desire? My begrudging acceptance? Have you forgotten your reasons for joining the festivities in the first place? Of course I haven't. The good people of Gridania are still in need of my help. And where there are common folk in need, there are cookies to be freed and given to me. He's like, yeah. He's like, I know, Adventurer, I had better get going, but before I do, let me say this. I might have found a way to make the most of my talents, but I wouldn't have been able to do so without you and the pumpkin-headed lady. I'm sure we'll run into each other again one of these days. Till then. The promise I sensed in Philcox when he and I first met wasn't illusory after all. I should take my leave too. Twould be remiss of me to allow him to garner all the glory, to say nothing of the cookies. Oops. I'd say those two fiends ended up having themselves a frightfully fun-filled All Saints' Wake. Wouldn't you agree? And for your part in this, a fitting reward, I present to you a set of finery as worn by Gridania's most emotionally perceptive Ahriman. He's like, here, have a set of his clothes. Perhaps you wonder if your outfit is endowed with the same enchantment? You needn't worry. There never was an enchantment. That little charade was my way of giving Philcox the confidence he so sorely lacked. Although I dare say such a measure was unnecessary, given he had you to cheer him on. Before I forget, you are hereby cordially invited to my humble abode for a get-together of sorts. Do drop by. I assure you, it will be frightfully entertaining. Anyway, your help is most appreciated. At this rate, my vision of an All Saints' Wake for mortals and void sent alike might not be such a distant prospect. Though I do hope that these shenanigans haven't dulled your enthusiasm for this most occult of occasions. Alright. That's so cool. Okay, access to Sneaky Hollow. Let's... Yeah, let's get the flying pumpkin. Alright, the Haunted Manor is now accepting guests for the Marvelous Masquerade. I escort you to the front door? Yes. Oh! No, I didn't want to go to this one. I want to talk to you. Okay. Now, everything about this is pretty much the same, except there's one little difference. It's so cool. So you talk to the unsavory imp. Up to something. Me? Never. I am but the fun-loving imp, here to help my fellow revelers enjoy the wake. And I can fashion you a very convincing guise for the masquerade. All I need is your memory of someone. Someone who made a strong impression. Someone unforgettable. Someone powerful. Yes, that's it. Okay. And if you say... Pajadi women as gentle yet indomitable as nature itself. That will do nicely. Don't worry, this won't hurt much at all. Just close your eyes. You get turned into Hanisana. If you pick a stalwart, Gaiden woman of unshakable conviction, you get my favorite, Admiral. And if you pick a rugged Hyrule man, unmatched in loyalty and valor, you get Raubon. Very cool. Can I move this down so it's like not in the way? If you pick a charming and compassionate Lalafell lady of noble birth, you get Lady Nanamo. If you pick a compassionate Hyrule woman who leads a secret organization, you get Minfilia. And last but not least, if you pick an eager Lalafellan woman who is the coin keeper of a secret organization, you get Tataru. Isn't that cool? Okay, let's go back. And a lot of this area is, you know, good pictures and all that, especially if you're dressed up as one of those one of those NPCs. You can be like, hey, and you can have them in like different poses and stuff. It'd be cool. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Again, as always, I really do enjoy doing these events, which is why I try to... It sucks having to work because I get worn out and then I feel like I'm running out of time trying to do these events. But got to finish with Tiny and now with Silence. And then I just have Danny left for our Let's Play characters. So that's going to be all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, stay happy, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye!